Hi guys, and welcome to Beer Bubbels, the YouTube channel. We are sitting here, me and Rasmus, with Nikola Sarcevic.
Yes.
I'm starting to learn to pronounce your name now.
It's a tricky one. Sarcevic.
Could you tell us a bit about who you are and why we are here?
Who I am?
Yes.
Okay.
Start with that.
Yeah. Well, my name is Nikola Sarcevic, and I run a brewery called Duckpond Brewing, which is some kind of a semi own production and semi contract brewing. I have some of my equipment at other breweries here in Gothenburg, Bubbels and Odd Island at the moment, but we're also in my facility here in Kungsten, where
lots of beautiful wood.
Yeah. So I have some production here, and we'll start getting more production beers going here too in next year, I hope.
Before Duckpond, it was Mikrofonbryggeriet.
Exactly. So I started out as Mikrofonbryggeriet, changed the name about a year and a half ago. Mostly because I just realized that people outside Sweden can't.
They don't know what a microphone is.
Yeah, well, they know what the name sort of means, but they can't pronounce it, and it's 7 syllables long a word, like Mikrofonbryggeriet in one word. So it was a bit hard design-wise to sort of work with it, and also I have a lot of exports, and I need something. As I wasn't pleased within myself about the name, so that's why I went for something that I thought would be easy to pronounce, Duckpond. But now the Swedes are like Duckpound. It's Duckpond.
So, why Duckpond?
So I also, beside my sort of beer career, I have another career in music. I'm the singer of a band called Millencolin, and we've been playing since '92. So and Duckpond is actually a song I wrote for the band about 20 years ago.
And that's also the reason it was the Mikrofonbryggeriet from the beginning.
Exactly.
As in microphone brewery.
So that was the connection with my past as a musician. Or actually, it's
your present. As
yeah,
well.
yeah. I haven't stopped doing that as.
And what kind of beer are we trying today?
So here we have a beer. It's called Lipizzaner Pilsner. So it's some kind of, I guess, German take on a Pilsner. I don't know.
Should I pour it for you?
Well,
yeah.
So I'll just bring the glasses over from here as well. So there we are.
So it's. I mean, I don't know exactly the definition of a German Pilsner compared to like. I mean, it's not as heavy on the bitterness. It's sort of medium bitterness, I guess, and it's only Pilsner malt, and it's I don't know. It has sweetness mostly from the yeast, and so it's I don't know. I think it lets the yeast shine.
So it's your take on a Pilsner.
It's my take on a Pilsner. So it's a combination of yeast strains that I came up with, and that's pretty much what's in there and what's
And Lipizzaner is a style.
Lipizzaner. So the idea.
Let's try the beer and then
sure.
we'll talk about Lipizzaner.
Sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's a bit sweeter than most
Yeah.
But it's not sweet. It's more like body sweet.
Exactly. So it's sweetness. I mean, if you look at how it fermented out, it's pretty dry actually. But the yeast strains I'm using have this body, and and that's how I like the sweetness rather, because the malt is 100% Pilsner malt, so it's there's no caramel malts, and I don't like the sweetness coming from that in this style. Yeah.
So let's go back to the horses.
The horses, exactly. So I had an idea of using only Slovenian. Well, I guess the name Lipizzaner came up, and I was like, oh, that could be a name for maybe a Pilsner. And then I was like, oh, well, Slovenia, where those horses come from. I was like, okay, there are, Slovenian hops out there. So maybe I should, make a Pilsner with only Slovenian hops. But it didn't end up that way. So we have German hops, Tettnanger and Perle. And but I stuck with I took the name.
Of course you did.
Yeah. So
it's a nice Pilsner.
Sometimes you have an idea and it doesn't really, it doesn't sort of work all the way, but you still use parts of it.
To me, that's kind of you. You take one direction and you end up there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of good sometimes as well.
Yeah, and I think especially like in the beer business, it's hard to sort of focus on one point. Okay, let's go towards over there, and then just keep on going on a straight line, because it's such a new scene and business, I guess, and I mean this movement. So it's very hard to know. I mean, you make decisions all the time, but you realize that a lot of them they're not gonna make sense in half a year, because everything will be different, because we're all in this. It's very new and everything changes very fast.
And it has to be fun as well.
Exactly.
And if you make the road your actual goal, it's more fun than just reaching your goal. At least I think so.
Well, it's more fun too.
It's more, the road is a much funner goal than the actual goal is anyhow. So
yeah, I mean the trip is the goal itself, right? and yeah, if it can go, yeah. So I think it's
a nice Pilsner. What do you think, Rasmus?
It's very nice. It's a little bit sweeter than I'm used to, but it's not too sweet, so that's good. I like it.
So that's it for this episode of little YouTube clip with Nikola. It's been absolutely fantastic being here. It's my first time here.
Yeah, hopefully not last.
Well, I'll be visiting you more than this time, I promise you. And I'll bring Rasmus with me.
You really should.
Yes, I will.
Well, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. If you have any questions for Nikola, just put them down below and make sure he gets them, so he can answer them and give them back to you. And I can't stress this enough. Whatever you do, guys, drink better beer.